Happy Turkey Day. Let's talk some football. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Bennett from Daily Edge Sports, and I'm here to bring you a little football action here on Turkey Day. We're going to build a six-man focusing on the first two games. If you don't have that Prizepicks account, you want to join along, use that promo code CashKeg. Play $5, get $50 instantly, and let's dive in. Let's talk some football. All right, PrizePicks is up on the board, and we're going to build a six-man today. Usually we do 3 picks, but on Turkey Day, I am thankful for each and every one of you take your time to watch these videos, like them, comment, whatever. I'm just so appreciative of you guys, and we're going to build a six-man together, throw it in, and see what happens. We're also running a Black Friday sale. If you want to try our Daily Edge Sports Elite monthly subscription, use that promo code Black Friday. Get $40 off. We're only running 100 of these for new subscribers. Ends November 30th. So that brings it down to $19.99 for your first month. So get action to that. Again, hit that subscribe over at Daily Edge Sports, and you can get that first month of Elite for just $19.99. So with that, let's dive in. Let's talk 6 plays. We're going to dive into it. First guy we're going to, Caleb Williams. Now, since they fired Shane Walden, Caleb has looked like a completely different quarterback, and we can go quite a few different ways here. This is the one that I wanted, and it just bumped. This was sitting at 33.5 there for a while. It's bumped to 34. He said 31 and 47 in his first 2 games with them firing their offensive coordinator, and he's just looked way different. So I'm kind of looking at yards. I'm kind of looking at pass attempts. This is definitely a pass funnel team with Detroit. They're on the road. It's in the dome. I think you can go pass completions as well. He's had 23 and 32 of those. But, you know, Detroit is a great team. I think he's going to have to throw the rock quite a bit. I don't mind taking a shot at 34 pass attempts here. I like the yards as well at 228.5. Cleared that both games as well, putting up that monster 340 against Minnesota. But, yeah, I think those are where I'm kind of looking at with Caleb Williams. Again, game script, playing from behind, on the road, Turkey Day. Pass attempts, pass completions, yards. I'm probably going to mix and match them all around. And then let's go look at a receiver. And I think there's a couple ways you can go here. You can go Keenan Allen or Ron Odunze is where I'm looking at. And Odunze targets 6.5, kind of like this quite a bit. First 2 games without, after firing the offense coordinator, 10 targets both games. He's definitely getting the ball out quicker, which helps Odunze. And I think we're going to see more of this. Again, they're going to have playing from behind. Game script should be there as well. And Odunze's continue to get peppered with targets here, just being more involved in the offense. So I like him, or I like Keenan Allen. Depends on where you want to go with that with Keenan Allen. Targets at 8. He saw 8 and 15, massive 15 last game. I still like Ron Odunze a little bit more here. I like the receptions if you want to get it down to 3.5, as a Goblin caught 4 and 9 balls those first 2 games with this offense. I don't mind 4.5 as well if you want to go that with that Goblin as well. So I kind of like Keenan Allen. Not going to put him in the 6-man, but kind of want to mention him with Ron Odunze or Keenan Allen. I want to pair one of those up with Caleb Williams in this matchup. Second one we're going to go to, former Bear Montgomery, just an absolute stud. I think your easiest play you're going to look at is probably touchdowns. I mean, he just continues to get it done touchdown-wise. With Montgomery. And so if you want to play that one, but I honestly think fantasy score at 12 is a good hit. He has hit this in every game but one against Minnesota. He has cleared this in 10 of the last 11 games. 91% of the time he has hit this, because generally he gets a touchdown. That's 6 points. He only needs 6 more. He'll catch a few balls. He'll run probably for 50 yards. So 50 yards and a touchdown's 11. He catches 1 ball. He's there at 12. So I like this against going up against the Bears, his old team, at home. Game script just sets up super well here for Montgomery. So if you don't want to run this, I'll run the fantasy score for 12 for David Montgomery. I think the safer one is that touchdown, because he seems to get it every week. Next pick we're going to go over to Cooper Rush. Very popular play here in passing yards, but I completely understand why with Cooper Rush. Last 2 games that he has played, 2 games he has started here, he saw a massive 55 attempts here against Houston, which is insane. I'm not expecting that. Saw 32 against Washington, still did very well. And with Cooper Rush, I wish we could look at completions because he has done extreme. The Giants are ranked 30th in passing completion against at almost 71% of the balls. So absolutely crazy what they're giving up. So Cooper Rush, though, seemed to have done pretty well. On the other side, Danny DeVito. I keep calling him Danny DeVito. Tommy DeVito is probably not going to play. They said a long shot to play. So if we see Drew Lock, we could see this Giants offense finally open up a little bit, and maybe we'll have to see Cooper Rush continue to pull down or push the ball down the field. So we're going to go Cooper Rush with over 207.5 passing yards, with me expecting Drew Lock to start and Drew Lock to throw the ball pretty heavily with the Giants. They got to see what they got there. And then we're going to pair up Cooper Rush with CeeDee Lamb at 6.5 receptions here. I do like this quite a bit. The thing is it's plus money out there. However, he's caught 8 and 10 balls here with Rush at there having 12 targets each. So I think he's going to continue to pepper him, get him involved. And I'm expecting the Giants to play a little bit better with Drew Lock behind there, and he can push the ball down the field a little bit. So we're going to go CeeDee Lamb here at that 6.5 receptions. And so we might have to adjust this a little bit. We'll kind of see what the multiplier is once we get done. But I got to talk about one of my favorite plays today. On Turkey Day. Malik Nabers, man. Now, if you haven't seen after last week, I remember watching they're interviewing him in the locker room, and he was like, I didn't start getting the ball until we're down 30-0. And I mentioned it, and I think we're going to go targets with him at 10.5. I think they're going to pepper him with targets. With Drew Lock out there, he should understand that as well. Get your star, the future of your franchise. You drafted this guy number 1 here. Not number 1, but your number 1 wide receiver. He is your team here. Get Malik Nabers the ball. We're going to see 15 targets out of this guy, I think. So you could play that. You could play yards. You could play fantasy score. You could play receptions. I think they're just going to give this man the rock, and he is one of my favorite plays out there. As you can see, this is only a 14x with this 6-man. It's because we have a lot of correlation in here. So if we want to kind of mix this up and get away from the correlation, what we could do is take out maybe we want to take out these quarterbacks, and maybe we will go Allen here, what I talked about, which I liked, and look at targets for him. Maybe we put 8 targets on him out there. And then if we go maybe on the Dallas side or maybe the Giants side, do they have one of the other guys I was looking at on the Giants side was I was looking at Wan'Dale Robinson, but they gave him 4 receptions here. You can get 3.5 somewhere else. So I'm not sure if I'm absolutely in love with that. Another guy I was looking at that I liked is Dowdle, and I was looking at receiving yards for him. Do they got this in here? Receiving yards, 14.5 receiving yards. 2 games with Rush. Yeah, 6 and 12. Don't really love that. I'm just trying to find one where we can put a 25x in here where we're not pairing up. That's the downside of correlation with quarterbacks. I love it if you do a 4-man with the correlation. So maybe you do a correlation with the Dallas wide receiver quarterback, Lamb and Cooper, and then do Odunze and Caleb Williams. But to get this thing at a 25x, we're going to have to put somebody else in here. So let's go to fantasy score here and see if anything floats our boat here that we absolutely... No, actually one that I like Swift going under this against Detroit. And I was looking at rush attempts. Yeah, it's 12.5. I wish it was 13.5 is where I was kind of looking at here. But I don't think he does well in this matchup. I think they're going to have to throw behind, so he's not going to run a ton. So let's go 47.5 less than this. It's a 21x. Again, it's going to be hard, I think, to get these up to where we absolutely want them. But there's some plays for you to kind of consider. I'm going to lock this thing in here at this 21x. Again, we got Swift going under. I like Caleb Williams a ton, but again, it's going to bring that down with the correlation. Allen, Nabers, Lamb, Montgomery, Odunze, all these guys I like quite a bit for Turkey Day here. And again, we're focusing on the first 2 games, not really touching that Green Bay and Miami game. Which again, if you wanted to look at something like that, I think You can look at Jonnu Smith at receptions. Maybe you want to do that. That puts a 25x. Let's do that. Let's throw this in there to lock it in. Jonnu Smith, 4.5 receptions. We got Keenan Allen targets at 8. If he's going to be throwing the ball quite a bit, Odunze, Keenan Allen, Nabers, Lamb, Montgomery. Let's lock that bad boy in for our 25x for Turkey Day. So with that, appreciate you guys. Again, running that Black Friday sale if you want to get action to all the picks, everything that we have to offer over at Daily Edge Sports. Just head on over to dailyedgesports.com. Hit that subscribe button. Use that promo code Black Friday and get $40 off your first month of Elite. And we're only going to run 100. It's limited time only, and it runs until November 30th. So appreciate you guys. Again, super thankful for each and every one of you who takes the time to watch these videos. And let's have a fantastic Turkey Day. Deuces.